morning, everybody. It's Mike from PC Classic Cars back with another test drive video. This morning we are in a 1999 Ford SVT Cobra, and what's cool about this Cobra is it has an aftermarket Pro Charger set up on it. Alright, so again we have a 99 SVT Cobra. This car has 40,488 original miles. It has the original DOHC 4.6 liter V8, but this one has an aftermarket Pro Charger set up on it. And it's still backed by the 5-speed manual transmission. Cool thing about those Pro Charger kits, depending on how it's set up, the base kit that they offered added about, I think it was like 140, 150 horsepower. And then obviously you could do some things to it and it would bump it up to another 200 or up to 200 more horsepower. This one, the way that it drives is probably set up on like the stock setup. It probably makes anywhere between 140, 150 horse more than it would have been from stock. So it runs really, really well. It's a great driving Cobra. Other mechanical modifications that it has is it does have some aftermarket H&R lowering springs in the front. Still retains like the original manifolds. It has an off-road H-pipe Flowmaster muffler, so it sounds really good going down the road. We're cruising at 55, 60 miles an hour right now in 5th gear. You can hear the exhaust, but it doesn't have a crazy drone to it, so it's a good sounding car. Other mechanical stuff, you have heat and AC, all that stuff functions right. Really, the only item I have listed as no, excuse me, is it has an aftermarket stereo in it and it powers on. It looks like it had an aftermarket like equalizer or a CD player or something down here, and that's not in the hole. So the radio's not playing any sound. I'm sure it's probably really something simple to get the stereo to function, because it is a nice Pioneer head unit, but the radio is not working. Interior is the factory medium parchment interior, has a nice set of Cobra mats in it. Doesn't smell like smoke. It's actually smells like nice, kind of like a stock style car in here. It's got like a leather smell to it. Dash is in really good shape. The little edge of the speaker right here's got a little nick on the like the cloth material for the door speaker, and that would really be about it, other than a little bit of wear on the driver's seat from getting in and out. But the interior of this car is very clean. Steering wheel's nice. It is option with all your standard equipment like tilt, and then you have your cruise control as well. And again, without being in the boost, it drives like a stock 99 Cobra is going to drive like. Has a good road feel. Even though it is lowered a little bit, it doesn't beat you to death. Sometimes you lower them too far, or you use kind of a knockoff brand. The ride quality suffers a little bit, but this one actually still has a really good kind of a stock style road feel to it. Downshift's nice. I will say that the clutch is a little bit stiffer than it would have been from factory. I'm sure they probably changed that out at some point when they did the Pro Charger, if I had to guess. So when you push the clutch, it is a little bit stiffer, but it's not terrible to push. It doesn't wear on your left leg. Temp gauge has come up good, so we'll get on it here a little bit. It made about 6-7 pounds of boost, and that's what they pretty much were from stock. So again, it's probably on that base tune or base setup from Pro Charger when they installed the kit. I saw it get up to 6 pounds probably. You do have your aftermarket A-pillar gauges here. Pretty common when someone does a Pro Charger setup like that. Doesn't bother me none. It looks good. Nothing's in the way of what you're seeing out the windshield. Interior is clean, or excuse me, the underneath is clean. No real issues. Still has a lot of the original paint on the underneath of the car, so no issues on the bottom side. It is a good clean car on the bottom. Exterior, the Rio red paint looks good. If I have to nitpick anything, I can't tell if it's the hood or if it's that fender over there. One of the two's been painted, and it's probably been the hood, and it's a little bit lighter. But again, I'm really nitpicking. You have to be underneath the fluorescent lights to see it. The car does have one very minor on the Carfax. It literally says very minor. So I'm guessing it just got a little scuff or something, and they repaired it. To the damage report, I don't know, but it does say very, very minor on the Carfax, so it didn't bother me none. I see no structural issues on the underneath. I don't see any signs of any panel replacement, so it was probably just a scuff that they had to repaint. The exterior shows well. There is a road, like a rub mark on the front corner of the front bumper. Miscellaneous other little imperfections. If you check out our additional infos tab, you'll see the flaws that I'm talking about. Nothing to write home about. It's all still very clean. Wheels and tires are in good shape. And that downshift. It does have an aftermarket like Hurst style shifter handle. It doesn't feel like it's got a short throw shifter in it because you still have a decent travel from like down from first down to second, second up to the third. It feels like a stock shift pattern, but the shifter handle itself is a Hurst handle with a white shift ball, a white Hurst shift ball. Suspension, again, I mentioned the H&R lowering springs up front. They perform well, no squeaks, no rattles, no issues coming from the suspension. Steering is nice and tight. These are power steering with, they are power rack and pinion power steering, however you want to say it. And then it's Hydro Boost with 4-wheel discs. So all that stuff performs great. Again, this is a car you can hop in and drive daily, set the cruise, drive down to Dallas if you want to, and just kind of have fun out on the street. It's a 40,000 mile car, drives like a 40,000 mile car. Very, very comfortable interior. Power windows, power locks, all that stuff works. Windows make it all the way down. Windshield is very clean. Back glass looks good. Rear defrost on the back glass. This also has the traction control button down there. And paper clip. Throw that away. Overall feel, it's a nice car. I do a lot of the 03, 04 Terminator Cobras. I don't do a ton of the earlier ones because I like the supercharger setup, but I bought this car because it has an aftermarket supercharger setup on it, so runs really well. All right. Let you hear the exhaust a little bit. Cruising in fourth right now, about 55 miles an hour. Hear that exhaust. Downshift to third for you. You hear the supercharger there. Yeah, it's just a fun car. When it gets up into the boost, it pulls well. Anything with the Pro Charger is always fun with a manual transmission. You can go out and have a lot of fun on the streets with this car. Obviously, it's not going to compete with your new Mustangs or your new Challengers and stuff you can go buy from the dealership that are 500, 600, 700 horse. But for a fun street car, for the price point, it's a great car to go out and have some fun with and enjoy what you're driving. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else you want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to see all the new updates we're putting out daily. Check us out at pcclassiccars.com, and we will see y'all on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.